How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over Iris 2. I told everyone again I was going to do a pretty simple test of just what happens if you take the Iris 1 gear and you move it over to Iris 2. There was obviously some changes that had to be made, right? In order to make this fit, in order to make Iris 2 work properly, you do have to invest pretty heavily into life regen. So it did mean I had to change a couple of slates to life regen speed. I had to run a couple of Fallen Starlights with life regen speed on it. So I have these few life regen speed slates. This was at least the same damage slate. This isomorphic arms quick ritual slate got to stay the same. And this barrier slate got to stay the same. So that was fine. I did end up having to buy a new support. A precise superpower, which is very expensive, as you can see. Yeah, so I ended up having to buy these for Iris 2 in order to make the swap to test this over here. I did do some leveling on Rock Spirit, which if you're just trying to zoom around and farm T8, super smooth, super nice, very fast, just what I remember about Rock Spirit, or Rock Magus rather. And it was smooth. Like for Rock, I obviously didn't give it a fair shake because I was just still using like my Thunder weapons and I didn't bother changing other stuff. So Rock Magus might honestly have a chance or be something solid if you wanted to do that. If you were going to go Rock Spirit, I would highly recommend following ETUP here if you are on EU. I guess I can just share his build code. I mean, it's his build code, but he is probably the one who is pushing Rock Magus the furthest right now, damage-wise. So he is definitely getting the most out of it. Like he's upwards to like the 300 billions at this point, or 300, 400 billion damage at this point. As you can see, his belt or his stuff is pretty expensive. I think even this false god skin is like pretty expensive. Actually no, his false god skin is not really expensive at all. He does have like a new neck and stuff though, so I do know he had pushed some damage on this, or pushed a lot of stuff on this, and the damage is really solid. But yeah, he managed to push it. I know he's pushing some serious damage. That was fine. Back to what we're doing though, with just testing. The entire purpose of this build is, can you just go swap over to Iris 2 and is it going to feel a lot better than Iris 1? And let's go ahead and showcase. So I figured Rock Spirit was not doing much because obviously, again, I don't have perfect weapons for Rock. So I said, okay, this build in its current setup with the current pets that we're running here was doing 300 billion on Iris. And now that we move this over to this, here, let me actually move this back to Dazzling Bloom at least, because it'll showcase this a little bit better. The damage is a little bit higher than what we think it is. So these activation mediums that you see here, by the way, the demolishers are purely just for the cooldown recovery. So keep that in mind. That's what their purpose is. But yeah, the damage on this is significantly lower. Right, we're talking, you know, about 10% of what we were getting before. I mean, I guess a little bit more, but what is this? 12, 13% of what the damage was. Okay, it's getting a decent amount up there. 45k, whatever. But either way, the damage is significantly lower. So if you are already used to kind of chugging along at 300 billion, going down to 45, obviously going to hurt. So the character is a decent amount more defensive with all the extra defenses from erosion. You can't even run Rock Magus in this setup here. So I think the main thing of this video is to basically say Iris 2 is not some magic solution to fixing Iris 1. So you can play either build. They're both capable of doing big things. I think people are pushing them both decently, right? There's 3,000 here on Iris 2. There's 3,100 here on Iris 1. very similar stuff. So you have routes and you have paths to go get stuff done. I think for those that are already on the Iris 1 path, I'd probably just stick with the Iris 1 path. Oh, excuse me. Because, yeah, I mean, as we can see, Iris 2 is not some magic solution. She doesn't just fix everything. So you're going to have to put just as much money into her as you do to Iris 1. You're just putting in all of your money into getting offenses going for her, where on Iris 1, you're putting all your money in to get defenses to kind of balance you back out. So it's kind of where we're at with it. Yeah, that's the update. I think the next build I play might be something wacky, which I'm a 3 or something fun. So we'll give that a shot. Yeah, if you do want to play Iris 2, again, I highly recommend just checking out ETUP's stuff. Or any of the people on the ladder that are playing Thunder. Just kind of go with what they have if you want to go that route. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, see you in the next one.